we look inside the Save KPLU protest, the International Cooking Night, and meet a PLU student who is redefining disabled. Hello, Lutz. I'm Rizal Rosales, and welcome to News at 9. Tonight we begin with continuing coverage of the sale of KPLU. After the sale of the public radio station owned by Pacific Lutheran University was announced for $8 million, many Lutz were left reeling. Some felt strongly enough to head to Red Square. Matthew Salzano takes a look.
Stop the sale! Stop the sale! Stop the sale!
A group of about 40 PLU community members gathered in Red Square December 3rd to protest the recent sale of Pacific Lutheran's public radio station, KPLU, to KUOW in Seattle. Protesters specifically called out University President Thomas Kreis for his role in the sale.
I think what's most frustrating about this decision is that Kreis didn't have any input from the community, from the students, from anyone. He just made this on his own because he says that it's what's best for the university and the community, and we all disagree. So I really hope that this is going to force him to listen to voices he didn't want to listen to before.
Hopefully the voice of the students will at least be like a sign to him that it's not just the online audience that's responding, it's the students, it's the public, it's everyone that wants to not see this happen.
Hoping that this will raise people's awareness, maybe more people haven't heard about it, especially going through the UC, we saw a bunch of students reacting, so hopefully if we get more campus and more community involved, that'll bring President Kreis around, but he's going to have to listen to something.
Organizer Junior Zoe Valey says the protest was for exposure, regardless of Kreis' reaction.
I mean, considering how President Kreis has continued to respond, I would not be surprised if he comes out with another very big answer he actually thinks is going on here. But what matters to me and what matters to people here is that we're actually saying something. We're actually going to have this protest despite whether or not it makes a difference.
Protesters marched from Red Square, around the president's office and admin, and through the University Center. The group is organizing under the name Friends of KPLU online at savekplu.org. President Kreis has not spoken about the issues since his December 1st blog post. This is Matthew Salzano for Mass TV.
KPLU! KPLU!
President Kreis has met with student and community leaders to address concerns, including Mast reporter Jeff Dunn. For more information from Kreis, check out his Not for Sale article in the Mast tomorrow. Colleges across the country have recently been featured in the news because of racial issues. PLU students held conversations on December 7th about racial inequality after presenting research on the perceptions and experiences of more than 100 PLU students.
Students from Sociology of Race and Ethnicity presented their research findings on racial inequality at PLU December 7th. They surveyed more than 100 students on topics such as affirmative action, the success of minority students, drug use, and awareness of racial diversity on campus.
I think we have a lot of education to do at PLU so that a broader group of both the student body as well as faculty and staff are aware of how salient race and racial identity is for students of color and how much it does affect their experiences.
At the event, held in Xavier 201, students presented research that showed minority students experience isolation within their major at rates higher than non-minority students.
Our findings pretty much reaffirm any research that's out there that students of color generally have a greater fear of being judged by professors or peers and less of a sense of a belonging than white students here at PLU.
More about race and what that means to individuals on campus and what it means for me as a member of the PLU community. So yeah, I came to learn.
All these topics they're super relevant, and I think it's a really great opportunity just for talk about race issues as they pertain to PLU especially. So.
And I thought it would just be really engaging to my learning to just see what students are getting out of information that they're gathering from their particular class.
I also did research on the topic of racial perceptions at PLU, and so mine focused on racial segregation and the effects of that on PLU students.
PLU's student body is made up of 27% students of color, and 14% of PLU's faculty members are non-white.
I want to see other colleagues, I want to see students that look like me, who identify as biracial or who identify as multiracial. I don't like being the only person in a room who is not Caucasian.
Have faith that PLU will continue to complexify its hiring practices in seeking out a more racially diverse staff and faculty.
The Diversity Center is hosting several webinars on responding to racism on college and university campuses. More information can be found by emailing dcenter@plu.edu. Cook your stress away. The Wong Center for Global Education held the first International Cooking Night December 6th for students to come and blow off some steam while learning about study away options.
The Wong Center for Global Education hosted an international cooking class at the Scandinavian Cultural Center. The cooking class was open for all students who wanted to learn how to cook and eat dishes from different cultures.
It's fun. It's a good break from all my studying, so that's good.
We're making Chinese spring rolls, and we are making Belgian waffles and Norwegian sjoetkaker.
Well, I helped make the spring rolls and did a lot of chopping of vegetables. That was really fun.
So it's really exciting to have 20 people here that all want to try food and are all really willing to help with it and want to eat it. That's the best part. So it's really exciting.
This was the first event of its kind, but the Wong Center are hoping this will become an annual event.
The event was a big hit. For more information about upcoming Wong Center events, contact wong.center@plu.edu and look for Study Away one-on-one sessions in the spring semester. Tomorrow is the annual KPLU Christmas Jam. The live recorded concert will be broadcast on KPLU.
The annual KPLU Christmas Jazz Jam returns December 10th at noon in KHP. The jam will feature PLU's own jazz groups alongside professionals and is set to be a holiday hit. The groups Stormy Monday and Ruby Tuesday will be performing with tenor saxophonist Anton Schwartz and draw viewers from all over the world.
It will be, first of all, something that's probably out of a lot of generations' reality. It's live radio performance, and of course that was the standard thing to do in the 20s, 30s, through the 50s before television took over. But this is actually a live radio concert that will be before, if you will, a studio audience, as well as all those who will be listening online and watching the stream. We just added that a couple of years ago, so that'll be a nice added component as well.
It's standing room only, and people get there hours ahead of time, and then it's broadcast all over the country. People listen to it, stream online as well, so it's a very high energy, exciting event.
Just definitely playing with the professional musicians they have every year is just an awesome experience, because they're great musicians, and there's always stuff to learn from them. Even if it's Christmas tunes, it's great. It's an awesome vibe. I love playing the Christmas tunes with them. So yeah.
And it's really cool to get to listen to it. And it's normally when you're part of it, you're focused on playing and listening around the band. But when you're actually outside of it, it provides a context to it, and you can listen to what the band is playing, and you become more of a receiver of the music instead of the producer.
The concert is sold out, but the event will be streamed live online and broadcast on 885, so tune in to listen.
You can catch the concert on FM 88.5 starting at noon on Thursday. If you're watching, tweet us your thoughts to @MassedMedia. Up next, we meet Ayana Cole. A first-year PLU student has begun a campaign to educate students on life with disabilities. Take a look.
My disability is spina bifida, which really simply put is an undergrowth in the spinal cord. I'm about 70% paralyzed from the waist down. On top of that, I also have a malformation in my brain that caused me to have nonverbal learning disorder, which is basically an organizational dysfunction. I actually have a defining moment. I was walking down the hall in my residence hall, and this lady stopped and looked at me and said, "Why are you walking like that?" and just kind of like laughed in my face. And I found it really striking that a full-grown woman was ignorant enough to literally undermine everything that I've been through in my life because I walked differently than her. It just got me thinking that it's a big societal issue that I'm tired of complaining about, and I want to try to do something to fix it. My message is that disabled people are being kept from being successful because people have such low expectations of them. But really, if you got to know somebody with a disability, you would realize that your expectations, they were too low. And that society, by like babying them and treating them like they're not able to do things that everybody else can, it's making it a reality for them. Okay, so one of the craziest questions I've ever gotten, it was my first day of 6th grade PE. We were doing laps around the gym. I was rolling in my wheelchair, and this girl walked up to me and she goes, "So are you gonna die soon?" And I said, I hope not. And she kept asking me what my life expectancy was, and like how she's so sorry, and am I in pain, and just like all these things that, I mean, I know she was only in 6th grade, but that means that her parents raised her to believe that somebody with a disability has like frail health and is so fragile. And it was insulting to me that she would make that flash assumption. And even at such a young age, like, it's really shocking to me. I hope they come out with a better understanding of what it's maybe like to live with a disability. But above all, I hope that they feel comfortable helping me start the dialogue, because we need to talk about these issues or else they're never going to get fixed.
Ayana's campaign, Redefining Disabled, has already started with visits to local high schools and middle schools. We are excited to see what comes next, Ayana. Next on News at 9, we take a look at the Christmas concerts, review the dance ensemble performance, and hear what Lutz are up to for the holidays. All that and more next on News at 9.
Here's your check. Oh, you got it. You know, since I got rid of my car, I really enjoy walking.
Okay. God, no.
Getting pulled over for buzz driving could cost you around $10,000 in fines, legal fees, and increased insurance rates.
Oh, you're home early. You live with your mom?
That'll set your game back a few years. Buzzed, busted, and broke. Because buzz driving is drunk driving.
So, same time next week?
Well, of course. Put away a few bucks, feel like $1 million. For free tips to help you save, go to Feed the Pig.
Welcome back to News at 9, Lutz. I'm Paris Franklin, your source for arts and culture. Tonight, we will take a look at the holiday spirit on campus and ways to procrastinate studying this week. Last week was the dance team's winter showcase. If you missed it, we have a sneak peek for you here tonight. Let's take a look.
Third annual dance team winter showcase. And it was totally student run and choreographed by the captains and the members of the dance team. And there was 6 pieces in the show. We had everything from jazz to modern to even the can-can. And it was really fun, and we encourage you to come see it next year. It'll be in December. And also come see Dance Ensemble 2015, 2016.
Okay, I can say like, I don't know what we did. So for this December showcase, we showcased all the dances that we practice all fall, and now we finally have a big place to show them off, and it's really fun and exciting.
Okay, so this is my very first dance showcase performance because I'm a first year, and my favorite number was our small dance that Amy had choreographed, and it was actually really funny because before we went on stage, they started the music and we were like getting to our spots but not really there all the way, so they had to restart it. But it went really well. We heard a lot of good feedback from it, and we had lots of friends and family come, so it was a very good performance.
Stay tuned to the PLU Dance Team Facebook page on facebook.com/PLU Dance for future events. Do you like carols? Last week was the Sounds of Christmas Choir concert. The audience got to watch many sets of songs and join in on the singing too.
In the final performance of the Christmas concert series on December 11th, the PLU Chorale, Orchestra, and Choir of the West celebrate the university's landmark 125th anniversary as they ring in the new year.
It's beautiful music and it's well performed. We have two fantastic choirs and an amazing orchestra playing it, and we get to do it 6 times for large audiences, which is really fun for us, but also great that we bring it to that many people. The program, I think, is really full of beautiful music and music that the students enjoy performing, but that the audiences really enjoy as well.
December 11th is the 125th anniversary of the university. It is the exact day of the anniversary. So we have a special guest artist, Angela Mead, coming in for the performance. Angela was a 2001 grad of PLU and has gone on to operatic superstardom. And she's agreed to come back for a one-night only performance. And in addition to that, will be filmed by Oregon Public Broadcasting during that performance.
And it's going to be broadcast this year, Christmas Eve and Christmas Day, in the Pacific Northwest on PBS, KCTS, depending on where you live. And then next year, it's going to be a national broadcast. So all the world can know how wonderful the PLU music program is.
Oh yes, we have a great act coming in. Her name's Angela. She's from New York. She's a world-renowned opera singer. She's going to come. She's a PLU alumni, and she's going to come back to sing with us. It's going to be fun.
It feels like everyone's just coming together. Just like the whole music department is just coming together. It feels like, and just creating this just beautiful work. It's just awesome.
Tickets for the concert are sold out, but you can catch it on KCTS Christmas Eve and Christmas Day on OPB.
This concert was a great way to get into the holiday spirit. Saturday, December 12th is the last Christmas concert on campus. This event takes place in Lagerquist Hall at 8 p.m. The show, titled A Christmas Invitation, features University Chorale, Choir of the West, and the University Symphony Orchestra. Buy your tickets online at plu.edu/Christmas. Before you leave Tacoma for break, stop by the Point Defiance Zoo Lights. The Zoo Lights is November 27th through January 3rd from 5 p.m. to 9 p.m. Bundle up, experience the magic, and enjoy the holiday spirit with 500,000 lights and 3D animal displays. If you can't get off campus to see the animals before break, come meet Sunny, Fuzzy, and other pre-finals friends in Red Square on December 10th at 10 a.m. The dog therapy meet and greet will take place until 2 p.m. Stop by, say hello, and tweet us your pictures at PLU Mast. We are leaving next week for winter break, and so are most of you. Let's see what Lutz will be doing over break.
So how I'm celebrating the holiday season is I'm going home, hanging out with my friends, going to the new Star Wars movie with my dad and my brother, which sounds like a lot of fun.
I'm celebrating the holidays by going to Texas.
Well, my roommate and I decorated our window. It's very pretty, very bright. And I'm just going home to Vancouver, Washington.
I'm going. I don't know what I'm doing just yet.
So I just got back from Chicago with my family, and one way we get in the Christmas spirit is we always go to A Christmas Carol on Broadway by Charles Dickens. And it's just like a heartwarming play, and it's good actors, and the one thing that I always take from it is that like you're rich in friendship. To be rich in friendship is like the best holiday gift and present you can get.
Well, I'm from Colorado, so I'm going to go back home and hopefully I'm going to ski a lot and spend a lot of good family time.
I'm celebrating the holidays by going to visit my family in Puerto Rico.
I'm just going home, doing the basic holiday stuff, making cookies with my dad and my sister.
Yeah, it's great. I just love spending time with friends and family. I get to see some friends from high school that I haven't seen in a long time. I'm going on my first date with someone when I go home, so I'm excited for that, and that's it.
One thing I know I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be going to Anacortes to see my mom's side, which is something we've done every year since as long as I can remember, so that'll be great. This will be my first year with my girlfriend during Christmas, so that'll be nice. Maybe start a couple traditions, just doing that and enjoying myself and really getting in the holiday spirit like I usually do.
Have a great break, Lutz. We will see you back in the studio in February. Up next on News at 9, we will take a look at Lute Athletics receiving awards and see how Lute basketball has been doing. This is Paris Franklin with Arts and Culture.
They said I couldn't dream. Called me a piece of trash and swore that's all I'd ever be. Said a bottle couldn't see the ocean. Give up. Go back to the dumpster. But I didn't listen. I made my way. And now, I am what I've always wanted to be.
It's a short ride from your neighborhood to your naturehood. Find fun activities to do, like boating and biking, or camping and hiking, plus much more. To find a neighborhood park or green space near you, visit discovertheforest.org.
Welcome back to News at 9. I'm Dylan Foreman.
And I'm Kara Gillespie. Welcome to sports.
4 Lute soccer players received National Soccer Coaches Association of America All-West Region honors for their performances this season. For the men's team, Diego Aceves received second-team honors, while the women's team saw Michaela Grady receive first-team honors, Kelly White received second-team honors, and Haley Smoot received third-team.
Lute baseball season hasn't started yet, but the team is bringing in 9 first-years, 8 from Washington State, as well as 2 transfer students to help them defend their Northwest Conference championship. As we all know, they won last year.
Last week, we looked at how the men's basketball team was preparing for their season. Earlier this week, Mass TV spoke with the women's basketball team about improving on their already great start.
You know, I was
unsure as to how we would come out. I knew that we had a lot of fight in us in the preseason just through practices and stuff, but being able to finally get into our game schedule, it's very encouraging to see just how competitive we are. We have a lot of fire.
We can match up with every team equally, I think, and I think that has to do with a lot. In the past, we had a tendency to kind of quit in games, like get down on ourselves when we were down by a few points, but this year everybody has a resiliency to just keep pushing. Everybody's such hard working on this team, and I feel like that'll really push us through and give us success throughout the rest of the year.
There's a lot of hunger in this team. Having our past couple years not been as successful as we wanted, and it being a rebuilding year, I'm very encouraged with at least how competitive we're being, and every day. Thing that is so promising is that we have a lot to improve on.
The team takes on Northwest on the road this Friday, returns home to host Evergreen Sunday at 2 p.m., and then hosts the Pacific Northwest Tournament on December 18th and 19th.
Men's basketball continues its best season start in 50 years by defeating Willamette 77-66 on the road last Friday with a 77-67 on the road last Friday, then followed that up with a non-conference 68-81 road win against Northwest last night. The team faces Evergreen on the road this Friday, and then they'll take a break before participating in the D3Hoops.com Classic on December 28th and 29th in Las Vegas.
That's all for tonight. Make sure to tweet us your thoughts to @PLUMast.
Thanks for watching, and stick around for Late Night hosted by Sam Ellefson.
Most party fouls are pretty dumb. But if you decide to drink and drive underage, you could lose your license and your freedom. Underage drinking and driving. The ultimate party foul.
It's a short ride from your neighborhood to your naturehood. Find fun activities to do, like boating and biking, or camping and hiking, plus much more. To find a neighborhood park or green space near you, visit discovertheforest.org.
This is the moment I knew. His future had no boundaries.
There are some moments only the forest can inspire. Find yours at discovertheforest.org.
Hi everyone, I'm Sam Ellefson from Late Night. So final season is approaching and students are pretty stressed out as that's approaching. Don't worry though guys, Christmas is just around the corner. It is unfortunate that that corner happens to be filled with tests, tears, and unmet expectations. College students have an extra difficult time picking out gifts for their friends, which makes sense when you have no money. It's a good idea to buy your younger friends swimming lessons. They'll need to know how to swim when they're drowning in college debt. The news of KPLU selling had some staff and students up in arms. However, it left the rest of PLU asking, what's KPLU? It just goes to show you never really know how much or if you love something until someone tries to take it from you. If you had the chance to check out the ceremony of lights, it was quite the ceremony. However, I'm not sure that actually happened because I failed to capture it on my Snapchat story. After all, how am I supposed to prove that to my friends that I have a good existence if I don't show them 10 seconds of all my life events? A lot of people at the ceremony seemed pretty upset that there was not the annual Christmas tree. Campus ministry was like, come on guys, it's a pagan tradition anyway. Besides, Jesus was born in the spring. Feminism is a pretty sensitive topic right now. Don't worry though, I'm not going to tell a joke about feminism. I actually want to make it home for Christmas this year. However, we did discuss equality, and we feel as though Victoria's Secret should really start making underwear for men. We decided to pitch the idea and make a Christmas commercial to advertise it. Why don't you guys check that out?
This Christmas,
give him everything he wants.
And nothing he needs.
Give him victors.
Give him victors.
Give him victors. She went to victors.
All right, that's all we have for you guys tonight. We'll be back in February. See you all next year.